Now, the impact of growing global tensions now reaching U.S. airlines. American Airlines and United both suspending some international routes as a precaution, they say.
Something strange is happening in American skies. And no, it's not turbulence. It's a retreat. Foreign airlines, national giants with decades of presence in the United States, are quietly backing away from the largest travel economy on Earth. Not with protests, not with headlines, but route by route, terminal by terminal. And here's the real kicker. No one in Washington seems to be asking why. American Airlines and United recently suspended key international routes. American, based in Fort Worth, has paused flights between Doha, Qatar, and Philadelphia. They call it a precaution, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. In October, Iceland's Play Airlines will shut down all U.S. operations. Not reduce, not delay, shut down. Years of investment in transatlantic routes to Boston, Baltimore, and Stewart, New York gone. Just like that. Meanwhile, Air Canada is also scaling back. 5 U.S. routes gone for winter. 30 domestic routes axed. Operations halted in 8 regional airports, including Detroit, Indianapolis, Minneapolis, Nashville, and Tampa. Let's pause for a moment. Have you noticed fewer flight options lately? A favorite route quietly missing? An international terminal eerily quiet? If yes, you're witnessing the reshaping of American aviation in real time. If not, buckle up. The turbulence is coming. Before we continue, hit the like button to help this important story reach more viewers and support fact-based journalism. Now, back to the skies. This isn't due to sanctions or political conflict. On paper, these are voluntary business decisions, but that's exactly what makes them so alarming. Because when major airlines stop chasing American travelers, it's not about ideology, it's about profitability, play. Airlines may be the most visible case, but they are not alone. Air Canada is cutting deeper. WestJet has moved aircraft to Europe. Porter and Flair are scaling down U.S. routes. Lufthansa and Air France are pulling back capacity quietly. In fact, booking data shows over a 2% drop in European routes into the U.S., a sharp reversal in transatlantic travel. Still wondering what's really going on? Ask yourself this. If state-backed legacy carriers, the ones that survived oil shocks, volcanic eruptions, and pandemics are walking away, what do they know that we don't? The answer lies in the numbers. Canadian bookings into the U.S. have plummeted down over 70% year over year in key markets. Air Canada alone has pulled over 300,000 seats from U.S. routes. And in Europe, the same pattern holds. Lufthansa executives now admit U.S. demand has plateaued, prompting a 15% cut in transatlantic operations. Why? Because the global aviation industry is reallocating, shifting capacity away from the U.S. to Asia, Europe, and more stable growth regions. This isn't turbulence, it's a structural shift. Before we go further, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep asking the questions others won't. Now let's talk consequences. When airlines walk away from America, they don't just take flights. They take entire economies with them. Take Buffalo, New York, once a major magnet for Canadian cross-border travelers. Hotel revenue, down double digits. In Seattle and Detroit, airport zone retail spending collapsed over 12%. In Tampa, international gates sit dark for months. This isn't just about tourism, it's payroll, it's local jobs. Fewer flights mean fewer hotel stays, fewer restaurant bookings, fewer rental cars, fewer tips for bellhops and taxi drivers, and most importantly, fewer tax dollars for cities that budgeted for travelers who are no longer coming. Stewart Airport in New York just lost its last international flight plays connection to Iceland. Its customs wing is now idle. Its international terminal, quiet. So what happens to cities when their airports go dark? What happens to local businesses that once depended on that footfall? Meanwhile, U.S. carriers like Delta and United are still flying, but mostly outbound. American travelers are eager. Demand is strong. But aviation doesn't work in just one direction. International air travel depends on flow inbound and outbound. You can't sustain one without the other. When foreign airlines pull back, the entire system starts to wobble, and it's wobbling now. So where are these planes going? WestJet has redeployed over 100 transatlantic flights to Europe, expanding into Dublin and Edinburgh. Air Canada is reallocating to domestic and EU-bound routes. Lufthansa is redirecting capacity to India and Southeast Asia. Even Middle Eastern giants Emirates, Qatar Airways, Turkish Airlines are increasing their U.S. footprint. But make no mistake, they are not here to balance demand, they are exploiting the void. Remember, 2 years ago, major defense and trade deals were being signed between the U.S. and Gulf nations. Today, these same carriers are replacing transatlantic giants. And Chinese airlines? They're rebuilding long-haul networks, but not toward the U.S. They're focusing on Southeast Asia, Africa, and BRICS-aligned economies. The result? America is being systematically removed from the core of the global aviation grid, and rebuilding that trust that status can take years, even decades. This isn't about trade wars or politics. It's not about sanctions or travel bans. It's about business math, boardroom decisions, quiet exits, no headlines, no press releases, just absence. And absence in global aviation has consequences. Fewer international flights mean less business travel, fewer global partnerships, fewer academic exchanges, fewer diplomatic visits, less connectivity, less visibility, less influence. So here's the question. If the world stops landing in your cities, how long before it stops listening to them? America is at risk of becoming a flyover nation, not just literally, but economically, diplomatically, and culturally. And unless this trajectory is reversed, the damage won't just be felt in ticket sales, it will be measured in lost influence, lost revenue, and lost time. We are not just losing flights. We are losing our place in the global map. If this analysis gave you a deeper understanding of what's happening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay informed, stay connected, because the world is shifting and we need to keep our eyes on the skies.